Let me tell you guys, the worst part about day trading, if you follow my channel at all, you know that I have very negative thoughts about day trading. And if you followed me back in the day, you also knew that I had very negative thoughts about day trading. Hold on, Rainbow. Rainbow! Sunshine State, baby, the Rainbow State. Okay, yeah, if you followed me for a while, you know that I've been very negative on day trading. But I did get sucked in and I had to learn the hard way, and I day traded for a couple years. And I'm gonna talk about the life experience of it compared to alternatives and my story. Now, that said, as far as trading strategy goes, I just think it's a really poor trading strategy. I'm a fan of long-term investing in things that you believe in with surplus income set it aside. I am also, this is more complicated for most of you guys, but in 2025, if you want to trade high frequency, it's possible to develop systems and have bots run for you. And that's not foolproof, but it solves a lot of the problems with day trading, both from a lifestyle perspective and an emotional bandwidth perspective, where you can have bots trade all sessions, all hours, all assets. And we live in 2025 where you've got AI to build things, you've got social media to connect you, to build teams, and we've got all kinds of powerful programs to run the code for you. So from a strategy perspective, it just doesn't make sense. And if you think you have an edge, you might not. And if you can prove you have an edge, then you can automate it. Now, all that said, I want to talk about the lifestyle. I mean, from a strategy perspective, manual day trading is not a good strategy, but that's not the worst part about it. The worst part is lifestyle. Now, for some of you guys, you might have really, really terrible jobs, and day trading is actually going to be an upgrade. And at first, it's fun because you're gambling. You're spending your day gambling. So you get a roller coaster every day. You get highs and lows, hope, despair, excitement. It's fun. But it's pretty soul-sucking and it gets old. Now for me, most of the things that I've done with my life have been a lot more fun. So let's start off with what I was doing in my early to mid-20s. And that I was a professional Magic the Gathering player. Now a lot of you guys probably won't be able to relate to this, but I'm going to share a couple other careers and industries I've worked in which are more relatable. But what my job looked like was on tournament weekends, I would go to a convention center and I would compete. And it's the most social thing you can imagine. You're in a room with thousands of people and you're shaking hands, you're meeting people, you're competing, you're playing against people. It's an incredibly social experience. You're meeting people in person from all over the world and you can't wait to see them again. You go out to dinner afterwards with a big group. You're rooming, you're making teams. And during the week, there is online preparation. You're making content, so you're either streaming or recording videos or making articles, but it's not like an 8-hour day. It might be like a 2-hour day. So I would have these weekends that are packed with fun and work, and then I would work a little bit during the week, and I'd have a lot of free time, and I would use that to play basketball, go surfing, spend time outside, meet people. And you might think, have hobbies, right, read, and you might think, well, that's what day trading allows. But day trading doesn't have the go to a convention on the weekends and meet thousands of people as staple to it. Trading also is an unreliable income, so it's a lot more stressful. Whereas with the content creation, even though a lot of it was online, I was getting paid every 2 weeks or every month. Or when I had my own business, I was getting paid almost every day. It was awesome. So, moving on from that, I worked for full-time 4 years in agriculture, 7 years in part-time total. So during these 4 years on agriculture, I was living in a farming village in Hawaii, in a community, and I lived with hundreds of people. The the average team size I was working with was anywhere from 12 to 30 over the 4-year period. It was very social. And this is a time when I leveled up my social skills a lot, and also I got closer to God, because I'm there in the morning seeing every sunrise. I'm out there seeing every sunset. I'm raising sheep. I'm helping them give birth. I'm helping them nurse. I'm leading them to pasture. I'm managing the grassland. And we're growing. I'm growing a bunch of plants. I'm learning about worms. I've got worm compost going. I'm learning how to grow fruit trees, graft fruit trees. And it's in the most social environment possible, where we've got all these meetings and we're coordinating, and I'm doing farmers markets, and I'm doing volunteer days, and I'm doing farmers union conventions, and I'm doing marketing, and I'm doing student groups with internships. And it's just, I'm on my phone less than an hour a day. I wasn't paid great during this time, but it was an incredible lifestyle. And some of you wouldn't want that because it was such a big time commitment, but it was so immersive and it checked all the boxes. There's beautiful women around, there's new people coming, everybody's getting together, people are having babies, people are making enough to feel comfortable. Outside lifestyle, shared meals, dinners together. It was an incredible lifestyle. And then I went to trading. But before we get to trading, what I'm doing now is working in adventure tourism. And I've been doing this for about a year now. So I have 2 jobs in adventure tourism. One is a business that I own called Oahu Hiking Adventures. And I do private adventure tours. And it's not just me now, it's a business I own. I have another tour guide now who also works for me, and that's what I'm doing today. It pays surprisingly well. Today's tour, I net $360 for about a 7-hour tour. So you do the math, like $50 an hour for a long day. That's kind of normal. I have tomorrow's tour is a $500 tour. This month I've got like a $650 tour plus tip. But forget money, we're supposed to talk about lifestyle. For the hiking tours, I'm picking up a new group of people. I'm learning their story. They're on vacation. They're super stoked. The vibes are high. Not every day is not the same. I'm taking them to a waterfall almost always, but it's one of 3 or 4 waterfalls. 4 waterfalls mainly. I'm taking them swimming, maybe cliff jumping, hike to a panoramic view. Chill at a local beach, stop for food, give them advice about their travel, and swap stories. So I do the hiking tours, and I also work in marine wildlife tourism. So those days, it's a short commute. I live right by the harbor, and I might be in the water for 2 or 3 hours a day on the pay. I might be a 9-hour day, but I'm with friends. We've got a big team. So I'm always meeting new people through the tourism, and a lot of those people connect to something else. I wouldn't say a lot, but sometimes it happens. But I'm always working with team, the other captains, the other crew, the photo, the Japanese translators. It's really social. It's a really nice, you see all these things have in common, a really nice social life. So we're all together, and it's all day, and it's like, we may go out to the bar for dinner after. I don't drink, but we go do things together. It's social. But the combination of the marine wildlife tours and the hiking tours, just like the farming lifestyle, is I'm outside every day, all day with people, and I'm not online very much. I have time to check my phone. In the evening, I go on social media and during this time I am trading. But as I record this, I haven't taken a manual trade in 6 weeks because there's been no signals. I'm supposed to be long gold. Oh well, there's been no signal to buy gold. I closed my positions in the stock market and crypto as I was supposed to, and I'm letting I have bots running on my behalf, trading crypto. And March it was a losing month, but it's winning on the year so far. for the bots. So for me, just to compare to trading, these are my baselines, and these are 3 different industries. One is in gaming, one is in agriculture, and one is in adventure tourism. Now again, you might have a job that's terrible and you think trading is going to be better, but the jobs I'm talking about aren't necessarily hard to get. The situations that I was in, right? It's like being a farmer in a community farm isn't a really high status, hard to get thing, but it's an awesome lifestyle. Adventure tourism, it does require that you're physically fit and active and have an experience in an adventure niche. But assuming that, you can just start your own business. It's not hard to do. And gaming also is, you need to be really good or charismatic. But I'm just giving you different options. Now, when I go to trading, the temptation, because it's gambling and the dopamine loop, is to check first thing in the morning and check last thing at the night to be prepared in case there's a signal or something eventful happens. So it's squeezing my sleep from both sides. I'm online a lot all the time, and I'm trying to balance between how do I need to be responsive, or do I need to just like take one setup and log off and go do other things. So to battle the addiction, I would put my phone in a time lock device or my computer in a time lock device, and that would help me not check the charts. But now I'm like isolated because I don't have the social job and I don't have my phone to connect with people. So my social life really suffered. I'm spending a lot less time outside and more time inside. And you say, well, you can do it part-time, and that is what I did. I continued to work part-time on the farm, and when I transitioned into adventure tourism, I was also part-time in adventure tourism while trading. But man, it would stress me out so much. I cannot even explain. The anxiety that I would experience at times is so much higher than anything that I experience now. It's like 2025 is the least stressed of my life ever. It's such a low stress year, and I'm really grateful for that. But I look back to the times when I'm trading, and the insane cortisol spikes are like, my God, what was I doing? My life was so bad. My lifestyle was so bad. There would be some days I like make money and then I go out and go on the farm or do something. So my life wasn't that bad, but other days I'm on the charts for 12 hours a day, and even if I make money, is it really a win? So again, if we circle back to the beginning, from a strategy perspective, I believe it's a really poor strategy to be manually day trading in 2025 because of the competition, which we didn't talk about, but these genius quant teams on Wall Street. You can try to create your own. It's hard to do. You need a small team of black belts. It's doable. But you need a team that's building automated trading strategies. That's really the only people that I see who, at least by my definition, are really succeeding at day trading in 2025. There's a handful of guys I talk to who are developing bots and running bots. Those are really the only people that I talk to. Well, I talk to people about fundamentals a little bit, because the alternative is fundamental buy and hold investing, and I think that's okay too. I think both those things are much better strategies than manual day trading, but they're also much better lifestyles, because buy and hold investing doesn't require you spend very much time at all. It might be a little bit stressful and you're still checking the chart, but you have other things going on with your life. Same with the bots, is depending on what you're doing, you might be spending a lot of time doing research or writing code or raising money, but at the same time, the bots are working for you while you're doing other things. So that's my take. Is I always tell people, in my opinion, the people who are really winning at life have really fulfilling lifestyles, which a lot of that is the work that you do, right? If you hate your job but you make good money, are you really winning? I wouldn't trade my life for yours even if you make more. Yes, you're seeing a low light right now where I'm commuting back, but I mean, today I'm in the ocean 2 times. hike to a waterfall, swim on the waterfall, hiked a ridge hike for a beautiful scenic view. Met some new friends. I mean, there's tourists, but like these guys are on the Big Island. I might be there next week. They live right where my brother lives, where I'm going to be in a month. My lifestyle is every version of my lifestyle. The worst version of my lifestyle was day trader. It was so bad. It was such a bad lifestyle. So all that said, I guess I'm glad it didn't work financially, because I didn't quit because I hated the lifestyle, even though I did. That was part of it. I mean, I quit before I ran out of money. I still quit with a reasonable capital stack to invest and trade with, but I think like, oh, I could have made such and such money. Yeah, but at what cost? Right? I could have more money in the bank, but my days are so good. And I mean, between the mix, last month I made like $3,000 in my hiking business net, and maybe $2,500 in the dolphin tours net, and a lot of that's untaxed because a lot of it's tips. So we're already at $5,500, and then full transparency trading systems, I made about $2,000. So now we're at about $7,000, and then I made a bit more from some other sources. So I mean, I was making good enough money without even bringing the trading into it. And at that point, you don't really need to trade, right? So I mean, it's fun for a while because of the gambling, but you realize after a little while, like, this is a soul suck. So I hope this saves you. I mean, you can check out my solutions. I have a low time investment investing solution, and I have bots, which you can license from me. But I'm also happy for you to not do either of that and just quit day trading and go back to work. Or start a different business. So it's up to you, though. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Peace.